Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette. Neuvillette would actually be quite normal with this if he worked often, but if not, then he's going to focus on it a little bit. He tends to pay attention to the details. And although he would not really focus on this, had it been anyone else, he looks at you. And he's blushing, smiling. Why, hon, I am not aware that you are a fan of wearing shorts. Well, it's kind of hot out here, so it's not really that I had any choice. I felt like I had to. Well, you look beautiful in them, he said. He was happy to see you, and happy to also see this, because you looked very beautiful in them. He was not really sure how to say it without sounding weird, but he wanted to be honest with you. He's not really the touchy type, but he certainly loves you, and loves showing you his love in more innocent ways. It takes him a lot of time to acknowledge other ways of showing his love, but it's not something that would never happen. But his usual go-to is to simply get up from his seat, as he is right now, wrap his arms around you, and hug you close to his chest, like you were the most precious person in the world. Because that is true for him. You are his entire world, everything that he loves and everything that he has. And as he pulled you closer and closer, squeezing you, you laughed softly. Oh, Neuvillette, I never knew wearing shorts would give me such privilege. Then I may wear them more often, if you happen to like them so much. You are free to wear them as much as you want, but I will say, you don't really have to wear anything specific to gain my attention. You already have it either way, he said, and your heart melted. He was so good with his words, unbeknownst to him, because he always thought that he was rather terrible with them. But soon enough he would get him to see. Meanwhile, he was already head over heels for you, in every aspect that mattered. Wriothesley was very, very forward with his thoughts. So, if he wore shorts and he thought they looked good on you, he's certainly willing to let you know. In his own way, of course. Which meant giving you some of his attention in a rather very obvious manner. And that manner of thought, and the way that he showed you his love, was simply through him wrapping his arm around your waist and dragging you to the couch. Wriothesley, what are you doing? I'm doing my best. Well, that certainly is your worst. Come on, let me go, Wriothesley. Just hold on. I'm about to show you something, he said. And although you were rather impatient, you decided to give him the benefit of the doubt, and you sighed, letting him do as he wanted. And as the two of you sat down on the couch and you stopped trying to push him away, he just traced your thighs in his hands, and you blushed, looking away. Really? It's not like this is something that you should be staring at. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people wearing shorts before, so it's nothing new, and nothing you should be focusing on. Well, I've seen that. That is true. But no one will ever come close to you, darling. Now come on. Let me appreciate you a little bit, he said, kneeling down to press soft kisses to your thighs, making your breath hitch as you blushed brighter. You weren't really sure what to say. All ability to think and to conjure any thoughts and words. This ability was gone completely from your head. But Wriothesley took advantage of that, as he kept on peppering little kisses on your thighs. And once he was done, he looked into your eyes boldly. So, what do you think? Do you like that? Well, I guess so, you say, barely able to get out the words. In fact, you did like that very much. You just couldn't say it out loud. Xiao. Xiao was very enthusiastic about this, in a way that he would never let you know. He was not going to tell you how he felt about you wearing shorts. He was very embarrassed, very shy, and you were always there to try and tease him. So he was not going to give you the opportunity to do that so easily. Although he was unwillingly doing that. It was simply that he stared so often, and it could not go unnoticed. You were too observant for his own good. So, after noticing the ways his eyes would never leave your form, specifically your legs, you knew that you had to talk about this. So, Xiao, may you just tell me what you're staring at specifically? Me? Staring? I wasn't staring, Wyan. I never stared, he said, although the way that he blushed and looked away from you immediately gave him away. He was staring, and it was quite obvious. So, after a bit of just looking away from you and trying to avoid you, and your knowing smirk, he just sighed. Alright, I guess I was staring. I was staring, but not because I wanted to. I promise. I just couldn't stop myself. It's fine, you know? We're partners. You can tell me these things. There's no need to be so shy. You say, although the way that you say things it only makes him more shy, if anything. But then as you wrap your arms around him and reassure him that it's completely fine to want to stare, or perhaps to do even more than that, he tries to relax, but he feels quite embarrassed that he got caught in the act. That's all. But eventually, if you'll leave him alone and try not to tease him, he may actually muster up the courage to do something more than just simply stare at you. But just give him some time and an opportunity. Don't try to tease him so much. It will definitely be unencouraging.